Hola, soy Flor, and on this video lesson, I'm going to explain how to get to B1 in Spanish. We're going to talk about benefits, resource, method, and practice. Beneficios, recursos, método, y práctica. I'm going to tell you what things you can do in order to improve your Spanish and get to the next level. Let's see beneficios. El nivel intermedio, the intermediate level, it's called usuario independiente B1. So that's the level that you want to get to, okay? If you're not like a fluent speaker, that's the level you want to get to, okay? So we're gonna see why, por qué, why, what are the benefits of getting to an intermediate level in Spanish. So let's see beneficios, benefits. Well, and there are many. To express your opinions more accurately, to say what you really want to say, para decir lo que quieres decir, to talk about the past, present, future in a clear way, hablar del presente, pasado, futuro, en una forma clara. Expresar deseos, planes, intenciones, wishes, plans and intentions. Para contar anécdotas y para hablar de experiencias, ¿ok? También para hacer preguntas y dar opiniones, para estar de acuerdo o desacuerdo y justificar nuestras razones. To agree or disagree by providing reasons. Estos son beneficios. So these are a few benefits of getting to an intermediate level. Basically, it's to express yourself better, okay? And say what you really want to say. So these are a few benefits. Beneficios. Recursos. Okay, so these are the things that you should be doing in order to get to the next level. Use more advanced grammar. Have you ever heard of the subjunctive and imperative? Okay, so those are the ones that you should start using if you want to get to an intermediate level. Lessons, classes. Yes, I highly recommend lessons with a teacher in order to get feedback and for you to improve and knowing what are the next steps in your learning process. Study grammar. I mean, I know that some people do not want to study grammar, but I think it is the best way if you want to improve your Spanish. I recommend tenses, verbs, tiempos verbales, verbos, modos. It's the only way. Maybe the approaches can be different, but make sure you know your verbs and you can use different things. Like instead of saying all the time me gusta, you can say disfruto, me encanta, amo, and you don't make any mistakes, okay? Books, libros, sí. You can get like a course book, a grammar book, vocabulary book, short stories, any type of book that you like, and it's highly recommended to get to the next level. And Spanish courses, if you don't want to, let's say, study with a book, you can study with a course. Puedes estudiar con un curso. There are plenty of online courses. I have online courses too, so that are everywhere. So check that out if you are interested in learning in a different way, okay? Recursos. Vamos a ver método. Let's see the method to make progress. So I recommend that you test your level in order to know, am I a really A2, A1? Maybe you already are a B1 and you have to get to the other level, B2. Practice more conversation. Yes. Practicar conversación frecuentemente. ¿Sí? If you want to improve your vocabulary, there are many apps that you can use. Or, as I said before, a vocabulary book, or you can learn through videos. Speak more confidently. Confianza. You have to be confident. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. We all do. And it's part of the learning process. Read longer news. Noticias más largas, más extensas. Don't read the easy ones. Just really try to make the effort to read longer news, okay? Or articles. If you're not into news, you can read different articles about, I don't know, travel or food or health, okay? Read out loud, leer en voz alta, súper importante, because then you will be aware of how you pronounce words in Spanish, okay? And it's so important that you yourself are aware of how you pronounce in the language. Challenge yourself with different topics. Puedes desafiarte con diferentes temas. If you like, let's say if you're comfort talking about your daily routine, well, do something else. Talk about your last trip, or you can talk about your next trip, or your wishes, or give opinions. So challenge yourself with different topics, okay? Follow current events. There are many things happening in the world. So what you can do is follow what's happening in Spanish speaking countries, what's happening in as regards health, as regards education, as regards different things, culture, okay? Watch interviews and comment with others, let's say in a class or with a language partner. So let's say, oh, I heard this news, this is what's happening in Chile, and you can talk about that in your class or with a language partner, and then you will be challenging yourself, using the new vocabulary, talking about something different, asking and giving opinions, agreeing, disagreeing, so many things. So this is something that you can do, and it's you can watch interviews everywhere. They could be short. There are many newspapers online that they offer short videos that you can watch. So there are many, many, many ways in which you can improve your level, as you can see. Let's see, vamos a ver, practica, how to practice for intermediate. Well, as I said before, you should practice speaking and also listening, reading, and writing. Las cuatro competencias, 4 skills. You have to set some time to study, para estudiar. I don't mean like sitting and trying to memorize. Maybe it could be a lesson, it could be reading, study, it could be anything. Could be, I don't know, doing exercises on an app. Also find things you are interested in. Let's say recipes, travel, culture, history, and learn about it in Spanish. Let's say I'm interested in Spanish food. So watch recipes that are in Spanish, and then you can even make those recipes and share them at home, and then you can explain, and then you can learn so much by doing something that you are interested in. And history, you can watch a short video about history in, I don't know, Ecuador, Argentina, Uruguay, Bolivia. So you can learn a lot about the history of that country and in Spanish, okay? There are online exercises. You don't have, you don't need me to say this, but there are online exercise video lessons like this one to help understand the more advanced topics, and I suggest that you watch them. Some of them are really short. The last one, be aware of the things you should and you could be learning. This is very important to set like a study plan and to maybe talk with your language partner or your teacher and ask them like, what are the things that I should be learning? Because maybe you have studied the present simple and you know all about routines and habits and preferences and you know all that. So you don't need that practice anymore, and you could be learning something a bit more difficult or more advanced. So this is something that you should know in order not to waste your time talking about the same thing over and over, okay? So be aware of the things that you should and you could be learning in your learning process. Okay, so these are a few things that you could be doing in order to get to the B1 level or B2. Why not? So if you have any other resources that you can share, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you have any doubts or questions, as usual, please write them below and I'll be happy to help you. Happy learning!